and empowers the Black community. We keep our ear to the ground, we ask, we report to you. We help Black people to share their message. We promote real dialogue. We provide a platform to help give voice to the voiceless. We educate you on how to shop smart. Our passion is to inform you about Black events, businesses, organizations, and entertainers. We are Black owned. We are Black Chicago. We are the award-winning Being Sioux Times.
Y'all started off with that lesson, man. Appreciate it.
Greetings. What's up, brothers and sisters? This your brother, your friend, Tori Muhammad, here with another edition of the Black Business Matters show, man. And we got some business to talk about today. I know some of y'all been frustrated, you're upset, you're worried about the chosen few. This is a weekend that is different from what we are normally used to. We're used to coming together, man, dancing and sharing love and brotherhood every 4th of July weekend. But because of the pandemic, things have changed. But we have some updates from the chosen few team today. So we get ready to bring on board is Tony Hatchett. If you're from Chicago and you know house music, then you know who that is. And we have Leah Franklin Acox to talk about the chosen few. What's going on, family?
Good afternoon.
How are you all doing?
Tony, we can't see you very well, brother.
Really?
Yeah, where you at? You in the dark, man. Come into the light.
Okay, let's see that.
That's beautiful brown
skin.
That's a little better.
Trying to stay private here.
Oh, okay.
I know how it is, man. You know, you like the people to feel you in the music. You don't like to be seen, huh?
There you go. Seldom seen.
Man, I appreciate you all coming on the Black Business Matters show. Of course, like I don't know if you heard me saying that this is the weekend we usually, man, are putting up, getting our tents together. Right now, we be putting our coolers together and figuring out who bringing what, so we can come and enjoy what has been since 1990.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was about a little bit before that, but yeah, officially on the 90s side.
Man, it's a Chicago institution, right? And it's something that we appreciate for every year, but of course, because of the pandemic. So, so just in case we have some people who just moved to Chicago from, somewhere under the bridge in London somewhere, and they don't know about the chosen few annual cookout picnic. Tell us a little bit about it, and then tell us about what's happening this weekend.
Well, this is what's called the Chosen Few Family Friends event. Okay, it started out as a group of friends trying to decide what we were going to do for the 4th of July weekend. We decided, hey, nobody really has anything going on. About a group of 50 of us gathered out on the side of the museum one year and decided, hey, let's just have some fun. Nothing else going on. The weather was perfect, so we said, hey, let's go out and have some fun. Like I said, about 50 to 75 of our good friends came out. The next year, we were, not in the same predicament, but friends were asking, were we still going to have that picnic? And we really didn't consider it a picnic. We just considered it, hey, just a gathering of some friends, And the next day, we can go back out. So about 125 to 150 of our friends came out. From that point, we kind of figured, okay, this is a mainstay. People are looking forward to this. And it just kept growing and growing and growing every year. This year, of course, with things going on, pandemics and everything, we actually are forced to kind of do a virtual thing right now. Okay. And we're going to make the best of it. A lot of DJs lately have been doing virtual sets online, keeping them people entertained with music and things. And we decided, hey, you know what? Why not join in and give the people something? Right now, not just the city, but the world needs this.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided, hey, let's go virtual. And we're going to make the best of it. We only know one way to do it. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. So we brought in a few performers, Carla and Byron, special guest DJ, good friend of ours, who recently started DJing, but has grown tremendously. Deon
Mhm.
Cole, oh my God.
Man, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, when was you DJ?
He started a little while back, but one thing I can say about Deon, he's always been passionate about the music. Okay, even when he was DJing, when he comes to the club, and you can see it in his sets, he's passionate about the music and he loves to dance. Okay,
Mhm. And he's always been a big picnic supporter as well. He's
always been
a lot with no fanfare. He comes and and enjoys himself every year. And I think that I think one of the reasons why we thought he was a good fit for this year is because why not? Like his Sunday sets that he does, he's been bringing the music to people, and that's what
loving it.
And so, yeah, and he's a kid from Chicago, and we're kids from Chicago, so it made perfect sense.
One thing I noticed about his Sunday sets, you have so many people on there that are just now getting introduced to the music.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the music he's playing is stuff that he grew up on and stuff we all grew up playing and stuff. And it's a lot of people, hey, what is that joint? What is that joint? You know, and it's like, man, y'all don't realize this song's over 20, 30 years old, okay? You know, and to have that crowd and be able to educate that crowd and bring this music to that crowd is going to be a blessing. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love it. So, of course, just by a statement of recognition, right? We got the Wayne Williams, Jesse Saunders, you, Tony, Andre Hatchett, Alan King, Terry Hunter, and Mike Dunn. Those are the core. This is the chosen few, right? The official.
Those are the DJs of the group. That is correct.
And you
can't forget our backbone. Okay?
And then we have our backbone.
Leah and Kim. We can't forget our backbone.
Kim is really more the backbone. Kim Parham is.
Between those two women, they keep us in check. They keep us informed, and we would miss out a whole lot of things if we didn't have them. Okay,
man. And so, and Leah, of course, always make sure that we have information. We know what's going on, sending us news releases. So, talk a little bit about your role and making sure the word gets out about the chosen few.
Well, Tori, you and I know each other from our work in public relations. I'm embarrassed to say how long we have been an acquaintance now, because your kids are grown, my kids are almost grown, and I think we met when your kids were babies, or I don't even know if they existed yet then.
Yeah, anyway, somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And I've been a house music lover. Well, before there was house music, I loved disco and funk and all the things that I learned listening to records in my parents' basement. And so it was just a natural fit. And I knew Alan King. And I would over the years say, well, you guys need to have a website. You guys need to tell the people, because as this family reunion was growing more, or through word of mouth, in the early days of social media, I kept saying, you guys have a lot of potential. You really need to explore that. And so in 2012, they brought me on as their publicist, and it's been a wild ride ever since. And it's my job to make sure that we get DJs like Tony on shows like this, get in Bean Soup Times, get on ABC, get on CBS, whatever. That's my job, to basically tell the story of the party people and the DJs who make this happen, and tell it in a way that other news platforms think is interesting, and will spread the word and signal boost our message. Because really, what the picnic, we call it the Woodstock of House, because it really just is all peace and love. There's never been any violence, although it always annoys me that we have to preface that, because I reject out of hand that if something is a large Black gathering, that somehow you have to worry about that. I don't. I think that's a lie from the pit of hell. So I don't. But it's true that, I mean, Lollapalooza, they arrest drunk people there all the time. They have kids ODing. So there's always unfortunately negative police presence at a lot of large festivals. But we have been really blessed, I think, a lot by the spirit of the music, not to have those problems. And thankfully, a lot of police officers and fire commanders and first responders, they're house heads too, and they love it. And so it's just it's a blessed gathering. And I think, even though we can't be together in Jackson Park this year, I think we're trying to get the word out that we're still doing this. And whether you're on your front stoop or on your back porch in your backyard, or if you take you and your mama and them and a few people that live in your household, not 50,000 people, and go to the park, we want to be the soundtrack for your day on Saturday. And that's our plan.
Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned that, Leah, about the police and the firemen. They actually look forward to working our event.
Yes.
They look forward to that because they know they're going to hear some good music. It's going to be a peaceful setting. They understand how the concept is, and they look forward to that event.
And somebody's going to make them a plate or 5.
Right.
You don't have to know people. That's actually one of the things I love about The Chosen Few is hearing the stories of people, the first timers who are like, I don't know anybody. But by the end of the day, somebody this tent offered me some food, and this tent offered me a chair, and this tent offered me some drinks. And, I've heard people have met their spouses there, and posed there. I actually think we were going to try to do a wedding reception or some sort of thing this year for a couple. People have, I brought my 6-week baby there in 2011, which I wouldn't suggest. But people bring their kids, they bring their grandparents, their parents, your block club, your church group, your school, your grammar school you went to, your high school, your fraternity, your sorority. I love seeing all the HBCU flags. FAMU they have a giant contingent. Jackson State. It's just a big family reunion, and we're hoping that even though we're not at 63rd and Hayes Drive this year, that we'll still all be gathered in spirit with each other.
Exactly. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the stories can go on, but for days and days of all of the people you reunite with, the people you see, haven't seen in a while, the people that you do see all the time, but you get to share a wonderful day with them. It's absolutely amazing. So
ex-boyfriends and girlfriends.
What you saying?
I said ex-boyfriends and girlfriends.
Right. That's why I smiled when you said some people got married there and found their wife or their husband there. Yeah, some lost it there too.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Part. That part.
I've been looking for her for the past 15 years.
Yes, definitely.
So I saw that you're going to have talk about the different things that are going to happen. You talked about some of the performers, but you're going to have salsa dancing lessons, and what's some of the other things that's going to be happening that day?
That's actually that's not part of the Chosen Few event itself, but the Chosen Few picnic for the first year ever is part of the city's official 4th of July gatherings or celebrations, because we can't have our normal fireworks at Navy Pier. We can't do our normal, people do the Grant Park Orchestra, they play all the patriotic songs and all that other stuff. Well, this year, the Grant Park Orchestra is going to be there playing songs, but the people won't necessarily, it won't be the big gathering. Right. Same with Navy Pier. They've got a lot of events going on. Summer Dance is that, and that's with the salsa that you were talking about.
Gotcha. Okay, I misread that.
At home. And so they're going to be doing stuff with that. So the city and the mayor have announced our event along with these other events as part of Chicago's 4th, because we know that people still like to celebrate the holiday, even though we are in these crazy and dark times. And we're hopefully part of the solution for people to do it safely and not take so many risks by being in large gatherings without masks and stuff like that. So that's our thing. Good. But if you want a salsa dance, there'll probably be some Afro Latin house being played. Yeah,
I'm sure.
If you want to step, if you want to jack, if you want to do all those, if you just want to tap your foot, we will have, I think, the gamut of dance music like that. During
the first time I saw salsa music, I'm like, people like house music dancing to me. This look.
Yep.
I've seen this before.
Right.
Well, it's just like a slow down, like the cha-cha. Well, the salsa sped up cha-cha, and I think that movement is very central to like the basic house step that I think came out of Chicago, but New Yorkers might say that came out of their hustle, like that house dance. But yes, I think it's all interconnected. And actually, remember, Tony, when we experimented a few years ago with a 2-day festival.
Yeah.
And one of those years we brought, the godfather of stepping, Sam Chapman, in out there, and we laid a wood dance floor down.
Parquet floor.
Yeah, parquet. Yeah,
out there.
we don't see the separation between the musics. We see them as all interconnected.
Exactly.
And so, and they all emanate from the blues and gospel and jazz anyway. So why not celebrate that?
That's yeah. Man, I love it. I love it. Is there anything that you want to make sure people understand it? They go to the Chosen Few DJs website to access the Facebook page. Talk about that, how people can tune in.
chosenfewdjs.com website. If you go there, you can be linked in directly to the live stream. Now you'll be able to get it from a few other places, but we recommend you go to the Chosen Few DJs live stream.
Yep. Because it'll be coming directly from our YouTube page, but everything that you want to see will be right at chosenfewdjs.com. And we will be not just having our DJs and our guest performers singing their faces off, but that's going to be that's because Carla Prather, are you familiar with her work? She can sing. Sing. So she'll be performing. Byron Stingley of 10 City, we all know his chops. And by the way, they're both educators, by the way, as an aside. And Byron Stingley is in the suburbs, which I find so interesting. Anyway, we will also be interspersing through the live stream videos and messages from far and wide from different folks who are wishing the Chosen Few picnic well as clips of us when we were all together in Jackson Park in previous years. So we really mean this to be something that, yes, we want you to view it, but it also can be a soundtrack that you just listen to as well as you're barbecuing, as you're running errands, doing whatever it is you're doing, letting the kids hopefully not do sparklers, but not the crazy fireworks that everybody's been doing in the backyard. But that's what we're so, and this is a first time for us. This is an experiment too, so we don't expect everything to be well. Even during the actual in-person event, things don't go exactly according to plan every year. Last year, our big giant banner fell down. Like we were hanging for most of the day. We didn't take it down, but it wasn't. Stuff happens. When that Stephanie Mills music went out and she and her singers just went out. That actually was a beautiful moment.
Wow.
Talk about professional. Okay. Somebody that knew exactly what to do, when to do it, and never missed the beat.
Yes. That was an incredible moment. So we don't really know we know what we have planned for everybody, and we hope that it goes off well, and we hope that people who normally could not join us in the park are able to, because there are a lot of people not only in Chicago and Illinois who either work all the time, they work that on the 4th every year and they can't go, or they're not able to make it because of family obligations. Well, now they we're their soundtrack and they can take us with them all day. Take us in your car.
What's his name? My Brazilian brother that wears the Indian head.
Oh, Dave Risquet.
Yeah. Right.
Now, I don't think that Dave could be, and that's one of the drawbacks.
He's like you always looking for him.
Well, with the feathers and his shakeré and drums and all of that, and his spiritualness. So we won't have him this year, but we're hoping and praying that for our world's sake that we will all be able to gather next summer, and we're actually even though this year is our official 30th anniversary, we're holding off on the official celebration until 2021 when we can be together, because you never know who's going to show up. Last time when we celebrated 25 years, we had President Obama a video message right before we had fireworks. So who knows what will happen for our 31st, but official 30th. Year. So, but it's really it's going to be a bit of an experiment, and we're hoping that everybody rocks with us and extends us some grace if, God forbid, we have a little technical difficulties. But we've been working, our production folks have been working hard to make sure we have the bandwidth, because normally we've got 40 to 50,000 people on site. It's hard to know how many thousands of people will be joining us throughout the day or at one time, but we prepare for 100,000 people to be online at one time. So I think
that's realistic. Probably every for every one person that's there, it's probably at least 5 people that wish they was there.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're
Exactly.
hoping that, yeah, and we've beefed up our website and our ability to host that much, the bandwidth, because that's one thing, you can't just say, okay, well, we'll just go online and not change anything, because that'll frustrate people, because the website will crash.
Several of them will crash. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
But every year we get people that always ask, hey, can I look? I can't make it there, but can I see this? Is there a stream? Things like that. So I have a tremendous feeling that it's going to be a lot more people streaming this thing. A lot.
Yep, I agree.
And it's our present, it's our gift to people. It's free. There's no charge. We'll be taking donations to if people feel moved. I think that in this COVID age, and if people doing lives and stuff like that, I think DJs and performers people have started asking them, what's your Cash App? What's your Venmo? Whatever. They want to get those love offerings, right? Because that's how that's one way that we show our love. And we're hoping that some of that goes to offset our production costs, but the rest of it we're going to give away to charitable endeavors, because we are residents of, well, even those of us who no longer live in Chicago, we still, like, Chicago's our home, and
it will always be in us, no matter what.
And we want to contribute to the community. I mean, we feel that what we do in this event is a contribution, but we want to use our dollars to affect some change. And as a Black business person, I just want to mention on a Black Business Matters show that it's really important to point out to people that this is, yes, it began as an extension of the Hatchett family's family reunion. Because what Tony didn't say is that basically people just raided his family.
We invited you. We just didn't think it'd end up being 40,000. Okay?
And God bless Mother Hatchett and Father Hatchett, because they allowed that. They allowed their children's friends to kind of just pile on in. But we've evolved from a family get together to a business concern. We are one of we're the longest running house music event of any kind in the entire world. We believe we're one of the largest, but we don't really have a way to quantify that. And my business, LFA PR, has been working with the Chosen Few since 2012, and it's a solid part. It's one of the pillars of my business. We have a security firm that's Black owned. We work with Black owned catering companies, and whoever we can find that can do the work that is, we prioritize doing business with our people. And I think that we hopefully are an example of what we can do when we come together in that. And it's not just a trend or a fad, but I'm happy that people are jumping on a bandwagon of being more conscious about where you buy things and where you spend the money, because we all we got, really. And I think that we have to recirculate our dollars and retrain our minds to think of ourselves as more than capable to not just be the music talent, which is great. And I thank God for our people's musical talent. But there's business behind that. And for too long, we've been taken advantage of because we haven't had access to the business side or the money making side. And I don't know how much money we make, because a lot of this is a labor of love that we do. But we are a going concern, and we are a business, and we take that seriously, and we want to hopefully grow out from here. And, I'd love to see Chosen Few interns, young people.
We have actually had a few interns.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, and I'd love to see us build a production company out of that, because there are so many career level jobs for young people to be had in entertainment, not just singing or performing or DJing, but there are so many good jobs, as my mama would say, that can pay you, or business endeavors that you can go into just off the strength of your love of music.
Right. Oh, definitely.
That's right. Yeah. And like you're saying, it's not, it's not all just the entertainer aspect, but there's so much around it, and so much money to be made, and so much opportunities to explore.
Well, you better learn the other side of it, because just the entertainment side, it may not be enough, because you got to know what people are going to do to you, what they're trying to do to you. If you don't educate yourself from the other aspects of that, you'll find yourself left behind.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Man, we appreciate y'all coming on. We're looking forward to this weekend. We'll be tuning in on various platforms as we move around from
Yep.
from Facebook to the website.
Yep.
But man, we're wishing y'all continued success.
Thank you
Another
very
30 years, man, of just being an example. Right, it's a long time.
Yeah.
That's
I know we'll be in wheelchairs.
right. Yeah,
I'm gonna
y'all
take it
be
5 years at
that
a time.
point. Hey, do this, do that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, like Tony's son Cameron and Terry's son Ty and my daughters, like hopefully the young folks will take this over and keep it going. But that's
Exactly.
actually part of the beauty of the Chosen Few, that you could be old folks, young folks.
Right.
That's it really doesn't matter. But Saturday at noon Central Time till 9 p.m., maybe a little later, because who knows what these DJs are going to do.
Right.
And because we don't have to leave the park at a certain time, who knows? But yeah, we will be jamming with everyone.
Everyone.
Starting at noon.
Got a comment from on Facebook. Timothy Arden, he talks about he celebrates the chosen few. He don't mess with the 4th of July, but the chosen few.
Well, and we'll take that, brother.
Celebrate.
Definitely.
I will say though that everyone should understand that the first person to spill their blood for this country was a Black man named Crispus Attucks. So
Right.
yeah, it's our place. We built this place. So
Exactly.
I'm always of two minds, right, about that. But Juneteenth, and I'm glad people are getting into those of us who are not from Texas and Louisiana. We finally caught up to the Juneteenth celebration stuff. Because Tony, I would say, right, it's big in Texas.
It's
right?
huge.
It's huge.
One of the first early years I was there, I was trying to figure out what they were talking about, and they kind of when they finally educated me on it, I'm like, man, I thought I was free a long time ago. And then to find out, it took 2 extra years before Texans were actually free.
Exactly.
But they learned they were free. And I was like,
They didn't have cell phones and fax machines.
I know.
No way, Tori.
And
It was
I
unbelievable.
actually didn't know about that because my people are from Mississippi, and
Right.
those of us. But it makes sense that people from California and a few Black folks in Washington State, yes, they celebrated Juneteenth because most of their people are from Louisiana and Texas.
Right.
Those of us from the Midwest, I'd guess all 3 of us probably are either from Mississippi or Alabama, maybe Georgia. We went
Right.
where the train lines took us. That's where, and Black folks from New York and Jersey and Delaware, they're from Florida and the Carolinas and
Right.
Virginia and Maryland, because we went where the train lines took us.
Right.
So it
Exactly
took
right.
us a little bit to catch on to Juneteenth, but now that we have, I feel I understand where that brother's coming from, but I feel like anytime we can celebrate Black joy and Black life, I'm taking that opportunity.
Take
Right.
advantage of
I think that's what he was saying. That's what he was saying, that he doesn't focus on the 4th so much, but he focuses on being the chosen few.
Yeah, that's what I understand. It's our national holiday.
It's right.
That's why
is, man.
on the 4th of July weekend, right? Because it started out as a 4th of July get together, but we've made it ours, just like everything else that
We
we've
try
had.
to get to it as close on the 4th as possible. Sometimes the calendar just don't allow it, and we're a little bit early, a little bit behind, but we try to get to it as close to the 4th as possible.
Yeah.
We appreciate you all making an institution out of our music in a different way and creating this event. 30 years is it's a tremendous tribute, period. It's hard to do something for a couple of years. And
on 30.
I'm out, through the Nation of Islam and through the event I did, the Taste of Black Chicago. I understand and how much work that is.
Yes.
And y'all probably ain't gonna say it, but the reality is when y'all were doing, it was free for so long, and then there started to be a price tag. People, it was nothing you could say. You've been getting your soul has been fed for all these years, and at some point you weren't trying to give a donation, right? You knew it was costs attached to it. You should have and enjoyed yourself. Man,
a lot of them don't remember.
Pay it forward. Sure that the
Although some of us, we were always passed. I was always putting 20s in the
Okay.
But before
I remember those days.
I'm thinking myself.
before all of that, though,
Huh?
Yeah, they don't know. Before all of that, though, we used to fit the bill for all of this stuff ourselves. We would ante up $50-$60 here. Get moonwalks for the kids. Make sure we have balloons, games and stuff for all the kids and everything, because we wanted to maintain that family atmosphere.
That's
you
right.
know?
I love it. See, people who are in business or who do events, we always look at it differently than the average person. I'm like, man, how much all this costs?
Right.
They're going to charge you soon, pretty soon. They don't know if to keep going, right? Because you don't know.
Well, and I think, Tony, correct me if I'm wrong about the year, but wasn't it around like 2009, 2010, you guys were contemplating ending it because you all had reached the limit of being able to do it out of your own pockets.
Well,
and you all didn't invite all those people. We all just came. I'm one of those people. I started coming in 2002, 2003. We just came, and because we kept coming, you had to have a different permit, which cost more money. Then the city said you got to have porta potties for every so many people. That costs money. Then you got to have security. That costs money. When police and fire and EMTs are on standby, that's not free. Those things, you all were paying for those things. And
track clean up.
Clean up.
That was the biggest one, Tori.
Yeah.
We actually got to see a picture of the aftermath one year. Oh my God.
Man, I know that was rough.
30-some thousand people in the park, and you see the disaster afterwards, the stuff that they left afterwards. That's what majority of the cleanup money, of the money goes to, the cleanup afterwards, And our goal was never to get this, to think this. We weren't thinking anything like this. If it was left up to us, we would have kept it an intimate, private event, come out to friends. But they kept telling people, and next thing you know, it went from a friendly, fun gathering to an event. Then it went from an event to a festival. Okay. So, there it is right there. There's cost involved when you have to put, how many free festivals put on do you know? Not many.
Not many.
Even if they don't charge you to get in, whoever organized it, they got a cost.
Right.
They're going to have a cost regardless of what. It kills me when I hear people today, back when it was free and blah, 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 and all that. Oh man, I want to go in so bad.
It's not even worth it because we all, I think humans, we pay for what we value.
Right.
And I think that the challenge is to get us, because we're open to all. And I think it's great that we have been getting more and more younger people, more and more diverse people, because it's never been this is a Black-led event, but house music and this event is open to all. And we love people coming from Japan and Australia and New Zealand. I love it. But this, at the end of the day, I get it. And this is one of the vestiges of kind of the slavery mentality and white supremacy is sometimes not placing the proper value on the things that we produce and placing an outsized value on things that others produce.
Right.
We give, we don't think about spending $100 at the movie theater between, if you're taking 2 kids and 2 adults and popcorn or whatever, that's easily $100 for 2 hours of entertainment.
Right.
We've always undercharged, quite frankly, for the amount of, because you can get there as early, the music starts at 8 a.m. in person and doesn't stop till 9 p.m. So if you did nothing but just sit there with, and you can bring in your own food, you can bring in your own drinks. There's no festival that allows you to do that.
Where are you going to get that value?
Right.
So, we want to keep that family reunion aspect of it, but I get it. I think it takes time for us as a people to come out of that mentality that somehow if we're doing it, it's less than and it should be less valuable, or we want the hookup. But if somebody else is doing it, we pay full freight.
I don't mind paying. Yeah, it's nuts. I don't understand that.
Yeah, and I do. I mean, it frustrates me, but I understand it, and I try not to take it personally, because I think that even those of us who consider our minds liberated, we've grown up in the white supremacist system that we've grown up in that assigns a higher value to things that are not Black focused. And that's not to say, yes, do we have Black businesses that need to improve? Yes. Do we know we mess up sometimes. We have here and there. Like sometimes we don't always meet our guest expectation, but when we know about it, we try to fix it and do better for the next time. Like
I definitely recognize that even with everything you just said, when the product, when the service exceeds expectations, it forces people to push past those invalidations that we have about ourselves.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, even the people that complained about it, well, I'm not going to all of them, but there was a great portion that complained.
Oh yeah.
Off that money. You okay with that? Right, I'm okay with that because you're still paying for it.
Yeah, I
don't want to be left out.
Do it or didn't want to do it, fine. We don't need you there. You
right, and that's how we look at it. That's exactly how we look at it. You know, hey, we know our event isn't for everyone, but those that do come, pay, want the experience, we're gonna make sure they get the best experience possible.
Yeah. And it pays off every time. I've never had a bad experience. And like you all are saying, the music is incredible and it's important. And also the music that you all produce generates a certain spirit. Right. So that the family reunion that you started off with is still there. That spirit of, man, I'm with family. This is family. And you making reconnections, you seeing people that you didn't know was friends that now y'all are sharing moments together. Like, I didn't know you knew so and so. Right. It's just so much love and genuine, just high spirit there, man. You can't pay for that. You can't pay for that anywhere.
No price tag on that. You're right.
No price tag on it. Yep. So we thank y'all, man. We thank y'all for.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate the love, man.
Be a part of the family every year.
That's great.
Awesome. Well, so Tori, where are you taking us with you on Saturday? What's your Saturday plan?
So, first thing in the morning, not first thing, but 10 o'clock. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is going to be speaking from a undisclosed location in the Chicago area.
Okay.
Not going to be at the mosque, but he's going to give a 4th of July address.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to enjoy that. I may be on location. I may not. We'll see what happens. And then, I got a few family obligations to run some errands. And then I'm gonna be working with Grow Inglewood, Chicago. They're gonna be doing some things. So we're gonna be, discussing a few things to kind of, be doing a lot of food giveaways and doing stuff in Inglewood. So I'm gonna be strategizing with them. So,
well, make sure you have us on. Make sure you have us on. Just make sure that you have us on the whole time.
Have it on the phone, wherever I'm at. If we inside,
I mean, not while the minister speaking. Not for the minister speaking, but
not for that part.
He's at 10.
He's at 10.
He's giving the sermon. He's giving the word at 10, and we start at noon. So that's perfect.
You go.
That's perfect. Yeah, I ain't gonna listen to nothing when the minister talking.
Yep.
Right.
You do that thing, and then
I'll be hoping the winter telling the birds to shut up. Hey, stop all that shit. The minister's speaking.
That is too cool.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. So this is y'all got open space anytime. If y'all want to come do a recap afterwards, definitely do that.
Okay.
Man, we appreciate y'all and love y'all and wish y'all continued success.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you having us, man. Thank you very much. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yes, that's so important what you're doing. So thank you.
All right.
You have to get off this thing now, Tori.
All right. Yep. I'm gonna take you off and then you just hit click off.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I love y'all.
I love you too, man. Appreciate you.
All right. You too, brother. Man, so that's the update, brothers and sisters. Chosen Few. It's going to be virtual. They're doing a virtual party. I put a post, a picture, a flyer on my Facebook page, my main page, the Tori Muhammad page. I put it up on the Black Chicago Week and the things sometimes too. But man, enjoy it. Tune in, listen to the music, check out the new additions, the new performers. It's an institution in Chicago, and glad that they're doing it virtually. And then we're looking for what happens in 2021. Speaking of virtual events, I need some feedback because we have some things that we're planning. We have some new announcements and amazing things happening for the Taste of Black Chicago. We're not going to do an actual physical event, of course, because of the pandemic, but we're going to do some virtual stuff. And we want some feedback, some ideas from you guys of what you all think that we should be doing. we got an incredible announcement that is going to make some of it real easy and beneficial for folks. But man, let's just stay tuned and plugged in with us. Also, I need some feedback from you all. I know if you are watching this live or you're watching later on, I'm really looking at now. For people who've been checking me out for a minute, who've been watching the ebb and the flow and the evolution of things sometimes. So we've been doing podcasts and doing interviews. We've been doing this audio interviews and some video interviews for a while now. Right? We've been doing these, man, 10, 15 years, man. Some of the archives, some of the interviews and things. So now what I'm looking at doing is combining these streams, these themes, right? Of course, we have things sometimes where we have all this incredible and informative news and information that we share. Then we have Black Chicago East, the focus is on the food. And we do interviews with the food restaurant tours, and we feature food, right? But then we do the Black business aspect, Black Business Matters, where we talk about and talk to business owners. So we have one major focus on multi-million-dollar owners, six-figure earners who are doing their thing, and hopefully giving you tips and ideas on things that you can do. If nothing else, being inspired by what somebody else is doing. So now I'm looking at doing a full show, right? These are like interviews that we do, and it lasts for the time of the interview. But now to do a full show, the Tory Muhammad show, the Bean Soup show, but it'll be interview with a Black business owner, non-food related, interview with a Black business owner, food related, and then some updates on current events and things that are happening in the city and whatever, current events are we want to highlight and share. So now I need some feedback from you on what you all think about it. I'm pretty sure we're going to do it, but of course the input from the community is so important. You all have been encouraging all along the way. And so we're thinking about this regular show. We do it at a regular time. Afternoon time, more than likely somewhere between 12 and 3 o'clock. But we'll come on, we'll do the feature, we'll bring on guests. Man, this we can bring up to 10 guests on with the platform that we're using. And I think it'll be absolutely amazing. And then, here's some of the stuff that we can do that makes stuff even more interactive. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me pull this up. But we can be a lot more interactive. Like, all right, here, let me show this. Let me share this screen. Application. So share. So like, boom, we can show you all stuff like this, right? Where you can see some of the things that we're doing. Some of the people that we may be featuring, we can do an easy share screen like that. But then even more so, right, we can go over the Bean Soup Times, man. You can check out, we can talk about some of the current events that we have. Meet the woman designer behind this Italian-made Black-owned shoe brand, right? She's blowing up. Shout out to Lulu Lane. And then, it's my daughter trying to call me. So I'm doing my live show right now. I'm gonna call you as soon as I close out. All right. Love you. All right. So I can pull people on like this. We can look at different news items, right? We can talk about some things that you all may be interested in. I'm so excited about this new streaming service focused on Black culture and Black experience, man. So we're able to. They got a whole avenue and level of promoting. Something else coming up. All of the different Urban Now TV, right? So, man, it's Black owned, and they're showcasing and highlighting our voice. So you can go here if you have content. You can share your content. You can look through all of the different categories. Right, from vlogs to web series, business, entertainment, right? All this stuff is right here. So now we think we can do a show, man, to really bring you all some value, talk about things that are important, and highlight what's going on in the community. So that's it for the day. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. We're going to tune out for now. Big Tim, Brand, it's good to see you, brother. Producer extraordinaire. And we're going to close out after we talk about, you know, our favorite ice cream shop, Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream, the home of the buy one, get one free. Check them out, 47th and Wabash. Check out the commercial.
Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream is the only place to go when the ladies crave delicious old-fashioned homemade ice cream. Their vanilla tastes just like Grandma used to make it. With over 35 flavors, all made with the freshest ingredients, Kathy has never had banana pudding ice cream this good. It's homemade ice cream the way you remember, and Sean Michelle's doesn't upset your stomach. Enjoy in-store or take it to go. Sean Michelle's. Fall in love again.
First-time customers, buy one, get one free.
All right, so with that, we're closing out. Man, y'all tune in. Please like and share this. Tell people about the show. If you get informed, if you learn something that you haven't learned, share it with other people. And, we're going to start doing business tips too, right? So business knowledge and information. We're going to talk about how to market your product, how to get free publicity, right? Some of the things that you should be doing to grow your business if you are in business. So all that's going to be on this new format that we're going to be releasing real soon. So with that, I'll talk to you all soon. I love you all, and we'll see you to the next time.